When did dancing become more than a hobby?
In upper six, I really enjoyed dancing. I ended up getting down on my knees and I prayed to God, like, you know what, God, my heart is going in this direction. Since then on, I was like, as soon as I get back from school, dance full time. And I'm happy. That's probably one of the best decisions that I've made, second to giving my life to Christ. Yoga was a part of my dance training course at Afikera.
People label yoga as this strange and
Oh,
bizarre
yeah,
thing. What's your honest take on that kind of perception?
I was one of those people. I like yoga. If someone feels like yoga is really not for me because I'm afraid of this whole spirituality thing, I respect them. That conflict between what I wanted to do and still wanting to make my family happy, but then knowing the cost of either I have to choose between keeping them happy, losing my dream, it drove me to like suicidal thoughts.
Oh,
like yeah, it got that deep. I actually feel I felt like a weight coming down.
welcome back to Stride. I'm your host, Tinashe Moyo. This podcast is about taking bold first steps, the ones that lead us towards growth, purpose, and perseverance. Today, we have another special guest in the house. He is a dancer, choreographer, yoga instructor who is determined to help people grow through his passions. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome my good friend, Rayne Chiramba.
Hi guys.
Welcome to the podcast, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, how are you doing, man?
I'm blessed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blessed.
How's life? How's the whole...
Life is hard when it needs to be, soft when it can be, but worth it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't often get such responses. Life will be hard when it needs to be. Because I think we are more used to people just going like, yeah, man. More.
No. Yeah. Well, I get why people say that, but in my case, if I end up saying Mawan, then it's gonna be Mawan for sure. Because the mind does things. So yeah, if I tell myself Mawan, I would then be feeding it into my subconscious, and because my conscious then becomes my reality.
Okay.
I don't want my one to be my reality. So our life is blessed. Because the more I say that, the more I pick up on it. Like this morning, I woke up and I was like, I'm alive. I'm breathing. Like I can see, I can hear. 2 days ago, I was thinking of sight. We did gaze and yoga, and I was thinking of, we're talking about sight and yoga, but we haven't acknowledged the fact that we can actually see. Not many people are born with sight, and some people are born with it, but then it gets taken away. So yeah, I'm blessed. I mean it when I say it. I'm blessed.
No, that's actually cool. And I was just thinking to myself, like, especially for the audience, like, this man is full of wisdom. And I was really looking forward to this episode. So he's actually going to make it rain. See what I did there? You can actually make it part of your brand.
Do you think I'll hear the dry jokes in person?
I actually thrive with dry jokes, funny enough.
Yeah. Keep at it. It's also a pleasure to be on this podcast because I have to give back. He's acknowledging me, so I have to acknowledge Stride is definitely worth it. It's not something that I've ever seen in Zim. Maybe I've seen some podcasts in other countries, but Stride is really doing it for me. I've been listening to like episodes like way back. Can't wait to see what this episode is going to be like. Weird. I'm saying this and I'm going to watch myself saying this. It's fine. But yeah, this man Tinashe, what he's doing is great, guys. So yeah, if you subscribe to his channel, you're not just doing him a favor. More than that, you've done yourself a favor. So that's one step towards infinite possibilities. That you've done for you. So yeah.
See, I told you he's making it rain. Anyways, thank you so much for saying yes to this small little platform that I just created. You know, I never really thought people would catch on to it in this way. Like people would actually want to come and tell their stories. It was just a one-man band. I was just telling my own stories and stuff like, okay, I just want to inspire the next person. That was pretty much the goal. Generally, I'm just someone who is, I think because I've worked so much on my own.
Yeah.
You're not really accommodating when it comes to having people around.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think maturity, as we spoke earlier, it just kicks in allows you to do other different things.
For sure.
So anyways, let's not take much of people's time. As always, what I do on this podcast, at least letting people in on who the guest is. So in your own words, who is Rayne?
Right, that question.
Yeah.
I haven't been asked that question in a while.
Okay.
I think, let me clarify that when you ask who is Rayne, it depends who's asking. Because if you ask who's Rayne, if my sister were to ask basically who's Rayne, Rayne is a brother. If my parents would ask who's Rayne, he's a son. If in a different context, well, in the world that I spend most of my time in, if people ask who's Rayne, the general sense would be that Rayne is a dance instructor, as you said. Mostly, that's what I spend most of my time doing now. Choreographer, an instructor. And the instructor part, I instruct yoga, fitness, and dance. So the idea with Rayne in the market, yes, let's put it this way. If the market is asking who's Rayne, that's the word I'm looking for. Okay. If the market is asking who's Rayne, Rayne is someone who is called to serve people that have a problem that fitness, yoga, or dance can help solve or solve itself. So it depends who's asking. There's so many different answers for who's Rayne. And if you ask me today who's Rayne, then you ask me again 10 years down the line, I'm going to give you definitely I'm going to give you a different answer. So today Rayne is this, tomorrow Rayne is that, next day Rayne is that. So it doesn't have a fixed written in stone answer. Let's put it that way.
If only I knew earlier, I could have said asking is everyone.
Is everyone. The general sense, I'll let you find out yourself. Then you can put me where you want to put me. That's the best way to go about it.
Yeah. I agree. Okay, so growing up, because I usually want to touch up on people's different aspects in life. So were you more of an extrovert or introvert as you were growing up? Yeah.
Definitely introvert. 100% introvert. Introvert for sure. You can carry on.
Okay. Was there like a moment you actually picked it up, like, okay, this kind of person, like the introvert wise?
Yes.
Was there actually a moment where you're just like, maybe you could have tried to be the louder type of person, but then you figured out like, it's not natural for me. This is actually natural for me. Was there a moment in your life where you picked that up?
Yes, there were moments growing up. I think primary school is the time that I really picked up that, well, at the time I didn't know what an introvert is. I didn't even know the term introvert existed. That I only discovered in high school. I was like, okay, so I'm an introvert. Okay. But in primary school, that's when I picked it up, because my sister and I were a family of 2 kids. Okay. So my sister and I were complete opposites. My sister's the extrovert. I'm the introvert.
Okay.
And as my sister went to high school, I was still in I think she went to Form 1 when I was going to grade 3, I think. Yeah. If I have my numbers right. So going into high school, you'd start to discover life and stuff like that, go out for parties. So she's the kind of person that would go out almost like every opportunity she got. Or at least that's how I saw it. So in case that's not true. Then in my case, if I were to go out, it's going, because we stay in a close. So if I were to go out, I would go out in the clothes and play with the friends in that clothes. That's my going out, and happy days for me. But going out, like if I have a computer and there's games on that computer, I'm fine. So I wouldn't go out. I wouldn't even notice it. Then at some point, my mom was like, I would notice the way she spoke to my sister. And my sister's like, you know, humble garipamba. And for the people that don't understand Sean, it means like you never stay at home. And in my case, like, no, but she's talking to me. Like, if we were to translate it, it's like, you never go out. What's happening is like, you're saying it like it's a problem. Like, I'm here. What's the problem? Like, are you trying to chase me out or something? Yeah. And then when you start speaking to people and you get into high school, because I went to boarding school. Now you have to like make friends and so on. I was slow to make friends. That's when I pick up like, I would shy away from people. It would take me like months for me to start talking to someone comfortably. That's when I picked up like, and even my teachers would complain like consultation days like, your child was always quiet. Your child was always quiet. Your child was always quiet. Now they're not saying it in a good way because you have to raise up your hand, ask questions. You have to contribute to the class. Or like, I don't want to do it. Even if I know the answer, like sometimes I just, I don't want to talk, man. Like you want to ask me, come to me and I'll tell you in your ear. But yeah. So primary school is when I picked up that I was a quiet person. Then the label introvert, I picked it up when I was in high school. I was like, okay, so that's where I fall under. Yeah. But now because of the work that I do, being an instructor, it requires me to operate like an extrovert. So now I'm very comfortable talking to people now with experience, and also someone who has practiced theater. Theater, you have to project your voice, and as a dancer, you go on stage, you perform in front of people. So that's where I got my confidence, just being in front of people from. So yeah, I can talk, and people would think that I'm an extrovert, but even to this day, I think introvert still. Yeah, that's the natural.
Yeah, that's interesting because I also we're like polar opposites with my two sisters.
Okay.
My two sisters, they're loud. They're they're loud, but in a good way.
Okay.
And then when it comes to me, I'm like the opposite because I look at, especially my second older sister, Sandra.
Sandra, okay.
There's moments where we can go maybe family function or just elsewhere. She can meet up with 3 people, speak to them like she's known them.
She's known their way
for years. And then I'll be there trying to like script the introduction, like how. So after this conversation, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to? So it's like in your mind, you have this.
This voice is like asking, like, what are they going to think about? What am I going to say?
What are we going to talk about? It's even.
I can relate.
Exactly. So it's instances like those where you're just like, at least I need to. If you can at least challenge yourself to be better in those situations, like I don't know, just go there and whatever. The worst thing that can happen is getting ignored, but you don't die from being ignored.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, pretty much. Like being ignored sucks for sure. I've been ignored before, but it's not something you die from. You just learn from.
Yeah. It's an interesting part of life. So, were there any like activities you were involved in during your school days, both primary, high school?
Yes. Primary school, I tried basketball, but at that time, I was bored. Well, at least the basketball court wasn't really that like well maintained that we could do proper basketball. It was an old road that they marked out, and then they put hoops on, and the road already had potholes and cracks on it as well. So the ground wasn't even, like you could see like a huge hump there. But that was only like grade 7 actually, because they were forcing us to, at least that's how I found. They're encouraging us, but as a kid, they were forcing us.
Okay.
They were forcing us to play sport. Like everyone else was playing sports. Some people doing swimming, some people doing hockey. I'll see my friends travel for hockey and stuff like that. Like, why do we come to school? To learn. So why do you want me to play sport? So I was one of those people. The introvert in me was saying that.
Okay.
And I was like, I see basketball on TV and it looks cool. So I wanted to be that kind of cool guy and like I try for basketball. We only went for like one game. They're like, and they never called us back. Or maybe I didn't make it into the team, but I didn't see asked around. Maybe people don't want to make me feel bad, but I asked around, and there was no basketball practice and like that. So
Yeah.
primary school, in the school, no, not as much. But I did do drama though, which now I call it theater. So I did drama. That was in grade 3, and I was actually the funniest character. The character name was Gomana Weshangu. I won't bore the audience with details, but it was like a character where I'm like, these shoes are like magical, and I was like this broke kid, and if I wore the shoes, I didn't even know how to put on shoes actually, so I had to put them on. I had to dive into the shoes.
Oh,
yeah. So at least that's what I thought. And this guy was like, this rich guy would tell me like, "Move, this is how you wear your shoes." But yeah, that character, people actually really like that character. That's when I picked up. That's the first time that I stood in front of an audience, and I realized how much I actually enjoyed it. And I guess that's how I got into arts eventually. High school, the school that I went to, you had to be in clubs and sports. Junior, you had to be in at least 2 sports. Clubs, maybe like 2 to 4, stuff like that. And then you get rewards at the end of the term, and they make you really feel appreciated. To the point where if you didn't get any awards, you would look bad. So yeah, high school changed. I got into basketball first, because that was the one loyal sport I could play. Clubs, I tried chess because my dad is good at chess. What other clubs did I do? I did French club as well because I was studying French, and I saw it as an advantage for academics. I tried for squash as a sport, didn't really work out. Didn't work out. I did swimming, but by force. Everyone has to do swimming. So if you couldn't swim, you had to begin swimming. So that's where I was at. Yeah, and then going into high school, you had to do one sport. I stuck to basketball, eventually made it into the first team, which I was very happy about. And then I got into dance, and there was no dance. It's the only thing that wasn't there in the school. So we revolutionized that. We're like, you can't have a prestigious, cheesy class school where you have everything arts, but not dance. I was a rebel about that. But long story short, we started our own crew. We had a member of staff coming in to help. After I left, when I was doing my studies for dance, I found out that they turned the club into an official club of the school. So I was very happy about that. So yeah, dance, basketball, chess, French club, interact in my senior years. I did singing as well. So yeah, those are the activities that I remember that I was involved in. It's been so long. It's been long now.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. I never did any sports.
Is it?
And this one, I never did. I think one, laziness played a big part.
Okay, straight up honesty.
Yeah, laziness played a huge part. Like I enjoyed playing with my friends out there. We could run out there, but at school, no. Like someone telling me like you have to do this. No, I wanted to do it under my own accord. So I never did any of that. In school. But also at the same time, you also had people making fun of you. I think from grade 1.
School, typical.
Yeah. So I was
grade 1. Yeah, that was, you had hectic.
It was hectic. So I wasn't any good at handling all of that. So it crushed my confidence, and I kept on telling myself that I can't do anything. Swimming, people were actually taught how to swim, even though some could have been, I don't know, kind of naturally gifted. I don't know if it's possible, but yeah. So when I tried it, I actually failed, and I was actually the first one to try it. So you had no one else you could follow, like, oh, they were doing it like this. So I was just like, then, that kind of thing. It's like a submarine quickly sink, and then people were laughing at me.
Submarine.
It was like a straight up dud. So I was just like, nah.
Did you drown?
No, I just couldn't float.
Was it pool like shallow? Or...
Yeah, it was actually shallow.
Thank goodness.
That's a good thing. It's that thing where you're like the walking, swimming type of thing. Like you just it's some weird, stupid stuff. So
yes,
I think from that, a classmate was actually laughing at me when I got back into the changing room.
What was that?
Who are you doing? What I was like, so I never bothered to try anything in school.
Cool.
Yeah,
fun times.
Yeah, but fun times.
It's not so fun at the time, but,
exactly.
but now, yeah. Yeah.
So were you always into fitness, or it's something that came later on in life?
I think I was always into fitness.
Okay.
Again, trying to be a cool. Okay. I've noticed that you were very honest in your podcast, so I'm gonna take this time to be honest as well.
Okay.
Might be killed after this, but anyway. I started gymming when I was in grade 6, 7, somewhere there. I've got a cousin. His name is Dexter.
Okay.
From I think the distant side of my dad's family. I think.
Mm.
He came over for a holiday, and this guy was he's the first guy that I'd seen in person that was quite ribbed and defined, proper muscles and so on.
Okay.
And I just happened to be the skinniest person in my class in primary. I had no calves. That's how skinny. That's how skinny I was. So I think maybe now that I think of it, I don't know for Nkomanewe Shangu if you were. Oh, by the way, for people that don't know, Shona, Nkomanewe Shangu is the boy of shoes. Yeah. So just clarify that.
William Wellington. Sorry.
So Nkomanewe Shangu, that character, at that time I was still in my skinny days. So come to think of it, I don't know if they're laughing at my character or they're laughing at something else. Anyway, so he came through for a holiday, and he was buff, he wasn't the Dwayne Johnson kind of thing,
Okay.
but the basketball players kind of fit.
All right.
I was like, wow, there's no one in the school that I had seen that was like that. And I see movies. I really exposed to movies. I just watched movies like Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Okay.
It's not even good. I was like, wow, a man can have that kind of an impact on a woman, even if the woman's in a higher class code, because I don't believe in those things. I have to code it. Than you. Then I'm I want to be that kind of person. And Dexter, when my sister would go out and take us as well, Dexter would talk to girls so easily. I was is it the muscles or is it? Then I would notice he would gym every day, at home. I want to start gymming like him. So I started using weights and so on. Started doing 1,000 push-ups at home, on a handstand, hands on the wall. I was serious. Not 1,000 one day, of course, but over a period of 3 months or something like that. Little did I know that you need diet as well. So I didn't really go far in terms of building muscle, but there was some progress.
All right.
So yeah, that's how I got into an interest of fitness. In school, we would train for athletics, because this day called Founders Day that you do an inter-house event where there's all athletics, running, jumping, throws, everything regarding those categories.
Okay.
And to prepare for that, each house be competitive. So the seniors would train the juniors as well. And the seniors would still had those trauma from whatever it is that they went through in their juniors, from the seniors that came before them.
Yeah.
So now they're putting it on us. So there's the double effect of they're preparing, they want to win as a house, and they also want to put back whatever it is that they still got holding onto their chest. And yeah, so in high school it was rigorous. Praying Sundays were the worst because you had more time. So Sundays is a killer day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we do press ups, we do star jumps, and that's when you learn how to press ups properly. If your chin doesn't touch the ground, that kind of thing. And if you mess up even one, you start the whole thing again. And then you do it as a dorm. So if one of your dorm mates messes up the press up, your whole dorm goes down for it. And that's how they build up. So instead of doing 10 push-ups for the day, you end up doing 200 or something like that. Then come back into Africara, do the program for dance, same thing. We had some classes where we were working on just technique only, but it was fitness in its own right.
Okay.
Yeah. Then after that, I took it further. I was I want to learn more just about fitness. So I did a course at LMA, Lifestyle Medicine Academy, at Innovate Gym, and graduated last year to be a fitness trainer. So yeah, I think fitness has always been a part of my journey leading into career.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's quite an interesting journey actually, like especially with the whole push-up challenge.
Yeah.
Not many people are willing to challenge themselves to such an extent. Like get to 1,000.
I was very ambitious. I still am. But yeah, you need to be ambitious. You want to do that.
Okay. I think um, regarding push-ups, it just reminded me of. So there's, I'm sure you know Roba from Simas. Then
Robert, yeah.
yeah, then there's Sibo as well.
Sibongile.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'd be like after every class. I think Sibo and Roba, they would challenge each other to
Is
do
it?
like pull-ups after each
Okay.
class.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so they'd be like, no, let's do 1, 2.
Okay.
So this other day, I was just like, let me just go and, catch up with the crew. So I went to where they were. It was still inside the hub.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, so what are you guys talking about? And they were just like, I know, push-up challenge, go. It's like,
they want you to go.
Yeah, like, what do you mean go? Like, no, go and do push-ups. I'm like, okay, how many? I mean, pull-ups actually. So I'm like, yeah. Did I say push-ups the first time? Or was it pull-ups?
I think you say pull-ups first, then you only say push-ups now.
Yes. So they were like, yeah, go. And I was like, okay, let me give it a try. So it was just a matter of doing 2.
Okay.
So thankfully, I was able to execute. Then afterwards, I think we did that for a few days. Just started off as 2, then we'd add a number 2, 3.
It's like daily
4, 5. Yeah, I think maybe after like 2 days, 2 days we'd go with the same number. Then we'd start adding just 1 number. So we ended up having to go outside, like there's that area close to the race course.
Yeah.
There's bars and stuff. Looks like swings. It's sort of like a preschool, but it's like stuff.
Yeah. I see that. Yes.
Working out. So we just started continuing with the pull-ups and stuff. So we ended up adding up the numbers. So like 4, 5, 6. Then when we were done, they were just like, no, G, we also do push-ups. So we might need to like be accountable, send each other how many we get to do, blah, blah. I had not done push-ups in a long while. So we ended up forming a group on WhatsApp. It's just written push-ups. We don't have a name for it. Cool name for it yet. So it's like every day we are telling each other numbers. Like, I did mine, maybe 5, 10. I think I started off at maybe 10. So the moment you increase numbers, someone else is also doing the same. So it's sort of like
it's competitive
type of thing, but in a good way. It's positive though.
Yeah.
So I think it actually changes your mind in a positive way. Like every day you feel like, okay, I just did something good. So
I'm progressing. You can track your progress though, because you're sending your numbers.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just one of those things where I think that also gets you into a certain type of zone.
Yeah.
Like what it did for you, it then gave you the whole fitness perspective and stuff. So yeah.
I didn't know. I'm happy for you guys. I have no clue. Okay.
Yeah, we always do them after classes. Sometimes we get lazy though, and then we're just like, no, today is the off day, but it's just one of those things. But yeah.
Nice. If I were someone who drinks, I'll say I'll drink to that. But I'll drink fruit juice to that. Celebrate that with you guys.
Yeah. So yeah, this is an interesting one. How did the name Jagrivade come to life? Did I get it right?
Yes. Jagrivade.
Yeah.
Yeah. I asked that question before several times.
Did you answer though?
I did. Okay. Not sure if it made sense.
Okay.
Jagrivade is our Jagrivade is now a brand,
Okay.
but it started off as a stage name. Because when you're a dancer, you want to have this like identification as well.
Okay.
Because I was more battle oriented in my first days of taking dance full out.
All right.
And yeah, the full thing is actually X-ray, the Jagrivade. So X-ray being taken from Rayne. You just take out the NE at the end, then put the X, because I like the letter X. Not the X with the hyphen though. We're not a medical machine. it's just X and then straight away RAY.
Okay.
Jagrivade.
Yeah.
And the inspiration I got it from was from anime. There's this anime called Bleach. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah,
who's familiar with
I
that.
know it. I never watched it.
If I've ever obsessed over anything in terms of movies and series or whatever it is that can be watched, Bleach, I have watched it. I have no idea how many times. Like I started watching it since Form 2. Probably just haven't watched it since like only 2 years ago, but I've been watching it like over and over and over again. There's this one particular character, one of my favorite characters. His name is Green Jiao Jagger Jack. Yeah.
So what's that?
Green Jiao Jagger Jack. That's his full name.
I'm not going to repeat it. It's fine.
Don't worry, don't need to remember it. It's for the sake of the story, though. So his character is, because you got like superpowers when you're in the anime. Yeah. His superpower was more like, and they use swords, and I like swords. So his sword powers were like driven by like Panther. This is like Panther inspired because he's called the Panther King. So when he transforms into his full superpower kind of, they call it Super Saiyan and Dragon Ball Z. I think that's one people can relate to the most. So his version of Super Saiyan. I don't know how you pronounce it. He transforms into a panther, like an actual panther, like a speed item that fights. And when you mix panthers with fighting, because I'm a cat family fan, and I happen to be a martial arts fan as well, and I like swords, so it's like, sign me up.
Okay.
So yeah, that really took me apart. I was like, okay, coming to a stage name, I need to have X-ray. I'm gonna go with X-ray as my stage name. But how many X-rays are there? Like, if you search up X-ray, are you gonna see me? Probably not, because there's X-rays already, the medical stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay, and let me take out the hyphen to make it more, unique. Still, that didn't do enough. So I was like, okay. Sometimes characters in anime they say something, then the something to like more like make it more unique. Like X-ray, which X-ray? So it was first X-ray, the Jagger Jack. That was the first one. And I happened to have a friend in school who also happened to be a big fan of Bleach.
Okay.
And he found out and he was like, why are you stealing character names? I was offended. I was offended. I was like, at first I was offended, but then later on I realized, no, he's right. I can't be stealing characters. They've got copyrights. Like they worked. Someone actually took the time to sit down and design this character. Yeah. So I need to respect their work. But I still like the letter J and the sound of Jackie Jack. I was like, this really sounds cool. If I want to be battling, if I win a battle, I want to be saying, X-ray, the Jackie Jack. Sounds cool. So because I like being unique, I didn't like being a copycat of anyone, just from the name to the style of movements and so on.
Yeah.
I sat down. I remember I opened it like an Excel sheet, started like taking the J because I like the letter J as well. Okay. Started like rearranging the Jagger Jack letters. Like, okay, after J, the A to all the other letters, how do I rearrange them to make it sound different? That was going to take me a while. So eventually I got bored because in math they teach you, is it, what's the name? There's a name for, it starts with an S. Like when you do rearrangements, how am I forgetting the name? We did it in lower 6. But anyway, that process is going to take like forever. And then there's this name that kept on sticking in my head. It was just Jagrivade. It just came to my head. I was like, I know, I want to see all the options first, then choose which one works. Okay. It's still Jagrivade, but there's not even the Jack in it. Jagrivade. Jagrivade. And I spoke to a friend of mine, another friend. I'm like, what do you think of like Jagrivade? Like, dude, that sounds cool. I was like, okay, let me roll with it and see where it goes. Then eventually I took a liking to the name as well. And from then it's just been X-ray, the Jagrivade. But I've redone it because now I'm more of into fitness and dance and yoga. And I'm not going to come as a battle machine to someone in a yoga class and like, yo, I'm X-ray, the Jagrivade. Yeah. So I restructured it to Rayne Jagrivade XRJ. the XRJ will now be X-ray, the Jagrade, so that we don't completely rule out the X-ray, because that's still a part of me as well.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I came up to Jagrade. Anime inspired.
Yeah, there was a lot of effort in putting that
Yeah,
stuff together.
But the reason why I stuck with Jagrade, now I just remember, is because when I searched up Jagrade, at least I had started posting already by then, and I tuned all my social medias to Jagrade from Jagajag. I searched up Jagrade on Google. I am the only person, at least on the internet, that has that name. Okay. And no one, every time when I introduce myself as Jagrade, no one has ever heard that name. So because of that, because there's no competition in the market for that, I'm sticking with it. But other reasons as well. There's a meaning to the name that I can't expose as yet, because we're working on a project for that. So stay tuned. But yeah, it's gonna make more sense why I actually stuck to that name. That's probably the number one reason. So yeah, because something to watch after this episode.
Okay.
Yeah, but it took me like months to finally decide, okay, I'm going with Jagrade. Yeah.
I mean, the dedication to that, like having to go months and ish, yeah, even including the whole meds type of thing. Yeah, it's
when I want to dance, I want to go all in. So
yeah, and I think that's the way to go at the end of the day. So when did dancing become more than a hobby? Like when did you really figure out like, yo, I actually want to do this full time?
That was in upper six. We had this cultural weekend or Falcon College has cultural weekend, where they just come through, and it's all arts, drama, poetry, music, dance, painting, you name it, singing as well. Everything art, just that one weekend. And different kind of schools come through. Convent comes through, PE comes through, George's comes through. So yeah, it was all like a fun cultural weekend kind of thing. And it was in upper six. It was my third time doing that cultural weekend. The first time was in Form 4, but there was another guy called Panache. And what they do, just taking me back a bit, what they do in the cultural weekend at the end is that they reward each category with like an award to acknowledge like this is the most outstanding person in whatever category you were in. Best singer, best person that paints, best drama person, best all this and that, best dancer as well.
Okay.
So now me being a person who has an award for riding bicycles, award for soccer, which I was not even good at, but all these things, I had awards for medals for all these things that I'm not really, that interested in. I'm not going full out with something like that.
Yeah.
But nothing for dance or basketball, because it was dance, basketball, and music. And at that time, I wasn't doing much of music. But for dance, at least, I was like, okay, Form 4, this guy called Panache comes in. That guy is amazing.
Yeah.
He could dance like Michael Jackson. He could dance like a robot. He was like a what's it called? Jack of all trades. Yeah. Okay. In dance. Like, how do you do that? He took the award in Form 4. And I was heartbroken. I was like, dude, dance is my thing. I can't be like losing this award now. Like, this is the best thing I can do. If I go back to my hostel and I got nothing to show for dance, then what am I gonna? Because the Falcon, like you have to be good at something.
Okay.
That's the environment that they set up. That's how they set it up. You have to be good at something, and when you're good at something, they acknowledge that. They make sure they acknowledge that and groom that part of you. Okay. So now I'm in an environment where I have the opportunity to shine, but I'm not shining. There's someone that's outshining me. At that time, I was competitive more than anything. Yeah. Lower 6, he comes back, takes that same medal. Like, really? I'm heartbroken. That's like over 2 years now. I lose competition over 2 years. Upper 6 comes back. I'm like, you know what? I'm just here to have fun. Whatever happens, happens. Because Panache came back. I was like, I'm hoping he doesn't come back. Culturing starts with our first meeting. Hey, yo, Rayne, what's up? And I see his Panache. I'm like, what he's doing? You stayed at school, man. Don't you have A-level study for or something? But he was there. But then we were friends who were like talking to each other. Yeah. So fast forward, throughout the weekend, I was helping out the member of staff, the teacher there. I was on time. Good thing is that at Falcon, they teach you all these things outside of school. They teach you discipline, punctuality, respect for your teachers, helping a hand, all those things whenever you see the opportunity. Okay. And we had a different instructor now. At that form 4, lower 6, one instructor, upper 6, different person. Yeah.
Okay.
So she didn't have like history of all these people. It was first time meeting her. Then come the awards time, they do the thing where for dance, first time that they've done it, they're doing a form 4. The last 2 years they didn't do it, and they do like a whole speech for the best dance award. They're like, this guy did this and that. This guy was helping out the teacher with the boards and everything. This guy was always on time. My head, because we were lucky with Panache, like Panache, you're taking it, dude. Like, so in my head, I'm like, Panache was late. The last 2 years, I was, what you say? Like, and I've been on time the whole time.
Yeah.
I was the first person always.
Okay.
Like, I didn't see Panache helping out on anything. Like, I think he helped out like with the tables, but not to the tune of like it's mentioned in the word.
Yeah.
And then they come to the name. Like, so this person, the certificate goes to Rayne Chiramba. I was like, oh my goodness. Now I'm thinking I'm dreaming. So like, I literally went down like this. I hit my face for like 2 seconds and then went up to the award. I literally ran. I'm probably the only person that ran to the award.
Yeah.
Took my certificate, and better that it was a certificate because certificates help in the CV more than the medals.
Okay.
So I was like, it even gave me a certificate now. Panache is medals, but I've got a certificate. I'm hugging it by my chest, and I go back to my seat. When I get back to the hostel, I remember, I think I might have teared up as well because that's the first award I'd ever received for dance.
Okay.
And I didn't know that something like that could happen. I stuck it on the wall, and at that time we were doing our A-level projects for design and technology, and we also simultaneously were having classes for career guidance. We're in upper 6 now, so we've got 1 year left. And I've listened to all these things. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a rugby player, if you want to be this and that, I'm like, I don't want to be any of those things. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do graphic design. That's why I was just studying design and technology.
Okay.
But our teacher, who we disrespected sometimes, we ended up asking him, do you like this job? And he was like, you know what? You guys think that I don't like this job because of what's happening in the class, but I actually very much like this job. I'm very happy to be where I am. I'm happy to even go to retirement just doing this. Okay. You guys be careful. You're having career guidance, but be careful to end up doing something, to fall into an abyss, as he quoted, whereby you're doing a job, but you're in the job for just the money, and you end up doing something that you probably hate or don't even enjoy, and you have to do it Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. I'm thinking, okay, I like graphic design, but do I want to be in an office designing from 8 to 5? Like, yeah, not really, because we only had designed 2 hours a week at that time. Like, I'm enjoying those 2 hours, but every day. So I'm like, nah, I think dancing, I really enjoy dancing. And this conversation happened just before Culture Weekend. Okay. Now Culture Weekend comes, and I happen to have a certificate. And I'm like, I can really go full out with this dance thing. Okay. So I was trying to study for my mock exams. Nothing was going through. And I know I'm not that kind of person that would fail like tests or something like that. But it just wasn't getting through at that time. Like, I couldn't focus just thinking of that Culture Weekend. And I ended up getting down on my knees and I prayed to God, like, you know what, God, my heart is going in this direction. And movies keep saying, follow your heart. And like, you know what? I want to make my parents happy. I want to do all these kinds of things. I want to thank the people that sacrificed for me to go to Falcon for a whole 6 years and for me to be able to get exposed to all these things. But that also exposed me to dance. Well, not really dance, I knew dance already, but what dance can do for me. I'm like, I know the first question they've asked is that if you want to take dancing full time, money wise, what's happening? Yeah. So I'm like, you know what, God, to be honest, I'm just coming to you as your humble servant. I want to go for dance and I want to do it for you. And I'm willing to die for dance. Like, if it means that I have to die of hunger because I'm dancing instead of working for money, I'm very happy to do that because at least I'm using my talent. And there's even a church service where they were talking about purpose, which just fueled. All these things are just fueling my mind. So I'm like, you know what, God, you said it in your own church, like, go for your purpose. And I thought my purpose was dance, or I'll find it somewhere along the lines of dance. I got down on my knees, prayed, this is what I'm going to do. And yeah, since then on, I was like, as soon as I get back from school, dance full time. And I'm happy. That's probably one of the best decisions that I've made, second to giving my life to Christ. That's probably the best decision I've made because of what it has manifested so far. Like, I wouldn't be sitting here today if it wasn't for dance. So yeah. So Upper Six Culture Weekend, that was the time when I realized I'm turning this into more than just a hobby. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, quite interesting. I mean, especially the whole dedication to like going on a hunger strike just to
I was willing.
revision.
I was so willing.
Yeah.
That was the time when I came up with Jagravate as well. Soon after
Okay.
that prayer.
All right. Ah, yeah. So prayer really does change things.
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah, it works. Okay. Yeah. It's an inspiring story altogether.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, do you? How often do you have choreography routines like in your head? Because I know for dancers, it's like their go-to thing.
That happens all the time actually. It was happening this morning. Now that I think of it, there wasn't even music playing, but there was a rhythm, and already I was like dancing, choreographing. But
Okay.
yeah, it's now at a point where I don't need music to have dances going on in my head. So it's been happening since like primary, since I've been exposed to dance in general. Like you
Okay.
get times where like I'm thinking, this and that, this I can make this move, I can make this move, and you find yourself getting up from the chair and actually dancing. In some cases, so yeah,
Okay.
so it happens all the time.
Ah, nice. For me, I've something that's been hidden for I don't know years. I think. Like I'm I'm a fan of dancing. I
Okay,
mean,
we
so
learned something today.
yeah. But then the interesting thing is, I won't say that I'm not a great dancer
Okay.
because if I say great, that would mean I'm good.
Okay.
I'm not a good dancer, which puts me like in between because there's a
Okay.
friend of mine. So during like one of the dance Afro dance classes,
Yeah.
CMAS,
CMAS. Okay.
I was just like, oh, you said you hoped to see me dance. Did you see me dance in class? And I was just like, yeah, I did.
Okay.
How was it? They were like, you're not bad. I'm like, okay, so if I'm not bad, that means I'm not good either. Like, you're in
Some
between.
way, sure.
So it's just something that started off, I think, 2018 when I was
Okay.
part of a bridal team.
Okay.
So steps and everything,
Yeah.
like you just
Those are fun.
they're fun. Like you. So one thing that I picked up was I could pick up
Yeah.
the moves easily,
Yeah.
keep them in my head. So
Okay.
the difference with other people is when they go, I think, yeah, people are just different in their own way. Like when you go for a session,
Yeah.
you practice. For them, that's it. They'll see it
The
next
next day
weekend.
session.
But
Yeah.
for me, the story was different.
Okay.
Each part that I felt like I needed
work.
to work on, I would do it at home. Even
Hey,
just going
so I see
on,
you're also dedicated.
in
Okay.
a way, it's not a full time or even a part time thing. It's just one of those. So that's how I would work on that.
Yeah.
So but during those dances, you could actually feel that there's something that's lacking, and that's flexibility.
Oh,
So
okay.
people would
Okay.
see the coach dancing and be like, "Oh, that's a dancer."
That's a dancer, yeah.
But then when I would see myself, maybe in a mirror or something, dancing, I'll be like, "That's Megatron." So it's like I was too stiff at that moment, but I fell in love with that kind of thing. Like, oh, I'd like to, keep on doing that just for fun.
For fun, yeah.
So I have this thing where like I also get like choreography in my head. I think any of the songs that I listen to, I remember. I think the last song that I listened to that I created a couple of moves was a song called "Extraterrestrial" by
And I think I
Katy
know that
Perry
song. Yeah,
and
yeah, I know that
Kanye
song.
West.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that I also get to do. I have a few songs that I've danced to. I have them hidden in my laptop and in
Okay.
my phone.
Okay.
Like I don't,
Filmed, captured.
yeah, I don't often share that with many people. There's just a select few that I'm just like, yeah, so look at this one. It's, yeah, but
Okay.
I'll share some of them
Oh, yeah.
with
Looking
you.
forward to it. Now I'm curious.
With you, yeah, yeah. But yeah, it's just,
Mhm.
and I think it's something, it's fun
Mhm.
and therapeutic at the same
Oh,
time
yeah, it is.
when you get those
Mhm.
fun ideas. So, yeah,
I had no idea. You learn something new.
yeah, you learn something new. Like, like
Auntie,
some,
auntie, all dancers.
I guess in
Mhm.
our own right.
I actually believe everyone can dance. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
People just take it to another extent.
yeah. True.
Mhm.
So, what sparked your interest in yoga?
In yoga. Oh, okay. It was yoga was a part of my dance training course at Afikera,
Mm,
because the nature of the program is very intense on the body. So
okay.
we're talking about Monday to Friday, 8 to 5, and you're just dancing. It's no longer there like you hear a song, you go out and dance a bit, and then you go back to bed. It's like
Mm,
you're just dancing, and you have instructors in front of you who are drilling these kinds of things, like 5, 6, 7, 8. You mess it up, let's go again. You get it right, yeah, let's go again until you can't get it wrong, that kind of thing. So,
damn.
so yeah, because even especially when you have performances, we rehearse like day in, day out.
Mm,
I remember one time we finished at 8 p.m. because we were rehearsing for like a show, and this was like from the beginning. So thankfully, our director noticed that this is an intense program. By the time I came, they'd already, structured the program that way. So what they did is that they put yoga into the curriculum, okay,
okay.
so that you kind of detox the body. Because otherwise, if you keep on with that intensity, especially for 3 years,
Mm,
you can tear muscles, you can get injuries over like bad mechanics of training over a long period of time.
okay.
Um, yeah, anything can happen. Like you can end up feeling stressed yourself.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, we ended up doing yoga like twice a week. So basically 2 hours a week, Monday and Friday. And
Mm,
she would put the sessions at the very end of the program. So you do your intense classes in the morning, late into late afternoon. Then last thing before you go out, you have the
mm,
yoga. And it was really like a detox, a stress relief. Like you really, I
mm,
remember my first yoga class was like, it's like just taking a shower.
yeah.
Ironically, this is after I had an experience whereby I was introduced to yoga. Not really introduced directly, but like they announced that at Falcon College we're now introducing yoga.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, you guys want to worship cows? Be my guest. That was my perspective of yoga. Like I'm not going to be doing this. Yeah, too much TV, I guess. Bad misinterpretations. So then come to Afrikera now, and I'm chasing a dream for dance. It just
Yeah.
happened to be yoga. I'm like, okay, how long do I have to yoga? 2 hours a week. Okay, I'm Christian. I can handle 2 hours of like blocking out all those code demons. Like I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Like, okay, fine. I can put up with that as long as I get my certificate at the end and get all this knowledge that I'm coming here to get.
Mm,
To my surprise, I'm like, oh, this is yoga. How come nobody told me? So I'm like, let's go. I'm all in.
yeah.
Eventually, 3 years later, towards graduation, my instructor like calls us in one by one and is like, "Do you want to do more of this?"
Mm,
And he did teacher training as well throughout the yoga curriculum. Okay.
okay.
So he's like, "Okay," and he did practice teaching as well. So that if you ever want to teach, you're in a
Mm,
position whereby you can teach, not just you came and did yoga, then you just say you did yoga on a certificate,
okay.
because he knew that it was going to leave him at some point.
Yeah.
Um, then he came to me. I'm like, you know what? I want to take it a step further because I had some stuff that I was dealing with at that time, and
Mm,
yoga helped me process that kind of stuff. And I was
mm,
like, wow, I feel some kind of sensation of like healing,
mm,
and now I want to go out and heal other people. Like I've always wanted to do that anyway. I
yeah.
guess that's why I got the name Rayne, because it actually means counselor. Um, among many other things. But yeah,
Mm.
so I'm like, okay, I can use yoga to connect to people instead of just coming like, hey, it's gonna be okay. Hey, tomorrow this that, but that's not really doing anyone much harm. So like now with yoga, I can actually solve problems. Like I can show you how your mind works. If it's something on the body, we can like do therapeutic yoga. If it's stress relief, you can do a detox class.
Mm,
If you're suffering from like just what's it called, muscle knots, we
yeah.
can untie those muscle knots deep within. Like, I want to do this, and then you have conversation, the deep rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Like, I want to do this for other people. and he introduced me to classes, got me in a class setup where I'm actually teaching real people, not like models where we're teaching classmates. And eventually he had to go to the States
Okay.
to do like cruise ship jobs.
Okay.
And then I ended up getting the jobs that he was doing. I ended up just taking over. So that's how I got into yoga, full-time teaching.
Okay.
But yeah, so that was my journey in yoga. Started from Afikira.
Nice. So how did the opportunity with Sima Saigo come up?
Sima Saigo.
Yeah.
I came through Coach Donald. Now a friend of mine. I consider him a friend and a mentor as well. And a very good person to work with as well.
Yeah.
One of the easiest people to work with.
Yeah.
We were doing classes together with this lady that was going through some knee therapy sessions. She had fallen and then something happened to the knee. So we're doing private sessions with her because she didn't have time or she wasn't comfortable going out in the public.
Okay.
One day I walk into the class and I came very early. Then I see Coach Donald. I'm like, you're here too. Like, yeah, I'm doing boxing with her. I'm doing shadow boxing. Like, wow.
Okay.
She's going all out. This is like early mornings. And then we happened to have a chat. We caught up because I hadn't seen him in probably over a year or something. Funny enough, Tinashe Musa, my yoga instructor from Afikira, is the one that introduced me to Coach Donald. So the circle was just growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
And he says, well, you know what? We're working on the program for Simas. Musa's going out, as you know. Would you like to take over from him for Simas? Because Simas, we have no yoga anymore. But we have people that don't want something as rigorous as like Afro step or step itself, shadow boxing as well. They want something more like calm.
Okay.
And I'm like, well, first thing I thought in my head was like, okay, Simas is a corporate. Then second, immediately I was countered by these thoughts like, but wait, this is Coach Donald we're talking about. Someone else recommended by Tinashe Musa, and I'd worked with Donald already before that, so I trust him because I have bad experience with corporates. I can't name which ones. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. And it's a good experience for me rather than just teaching at Newlands, where I also teach my own independent classes. I'm like, it's good to get feedback from other people instead of just the people you already know, because those people have been with you for so long that you might be making mistakes, but they don't even notice because they're so used to you. Yeah. And now different people, I might get different feedback. So I already have different feedback from Sima's people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. The next thing you know, January, we do a trial class. Other members of staff from Sima see how I teach. Like, you're good to go. We discuss payment processes and we discuss logistics. I'm like, okay, so how soon do you want me to start? Next Friday is your first class. I'm like, okay. Okay, let's go. So yeah, that's Sima's I got the opportunity came through Coach Donald, and fortunately enough, Tinashe Musa had really relayed to everyone that well, I'm leaving, but there's Rayne if ever you need something.
Okay.
And then Coach Donald just happened to need something, and he happens to know Musa as well and myself, so it was an easy arrangement.
Quite interesting. Yeah, and Coach Donald, is one stand-up guy. I mean, he's fun, natural. He's just so welcoming.
Yeah, that's true.
I really like the dude because I got to meet him before. I think the initial goal was me, Paddington, and his wife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we just wanted to do fitness, stuff, whatever. Yeah. So we needed to see the coach, get something in place from Donald. So we went on different intervals. So when I then went to see Donald, he sat me down, asked a few questions just to get an idea of the kind of person that I was. And then afterwards, he gives you a few tests like 5 push-ups, do this, do that, simple things. But then afterwards, he makes you understand some things you don't know about yourself. But you're always doubting, like, I look this way, so I don't think I'll ever be anything. But it's just like, no, but the way you did this, the way you did that, you can actually do so much more. So nice. He's an awesome guy.
I also respect him more than a fitness trainer. I think both him and Tinashe Musa, shout out to them. Those guys, they're more than just opening doors for me. They've been people I can look up to. Yeah. So yeah, that was being a good fitness trainer because I think they call it screening, where you do functional screening first and medical screening is also like you see, because they might say, yeah, come through, do my class, but then you get into the class and you're not conditioned for that class, or your fitness level doesn't align with that class, and then you either get bored in the class, or worst case scenario, it's too intense for you, then you end up hurting yourself, and you're like, that gym is bad, Gigi. When you actually went in the right class for specifically you, because people are different and people are different bodies. So I'm glad he did that.
It was fun, and you actually feel so much better because even the idea of me, of course, I've spoken about this in my previous episode, one of my previous episodes, where I spoke about my being a high blood pressure patient.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
So he actually gets to check people's blood pressure. So he checked mine. I just have this thing where it's like I get anxiety
when so you're like, trying to expose me.
So good thing it wasn't as high as it used to be a few years back.
Okay.
It was just moderate. So it was just like, okay, there's this step thing, but I can't let you do that. Since we checked and noticed that your blood pressure is slightly high. So instead, I'll put you on the treadmill just to walk.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, so it was
that
just
proves that is a very good fitness trainer. Because keeps you guys safe.
Yeah, if it was someone else, if it was me personally, I would just be like, no, I don't feel anything. Let me do those steps.
I probably would have done that.
Sometimes you can be stubborn, but then you also get to understand things about your body, like, oh, I'm not supposed to put stress on myself to such an extent, because over time your body deteriorates. So I really respect him for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Happy for you guys that you took the first step towards CMAS.
It's been, I think, the best decision we made so far. I mean, CMAS was the one that got us together. I mean, so.
Oh yeah. We made through CMAS for those of you that don't know.
Yoga session, to be precise.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So this is something that's always been on my mind.
Yeah.
Like your class doesn't always have the highest numbers. Does that ever affect your motivation or confidence?
Now that you mention it I would say yes, but only to a very little extent.
Okay.
I'll give an example where I think it was the last class in July. Because usually my class average is like 5 to 6 people. Now that's the average that it is right now.
Yeah.
But the last class of July, they just 12 people just showed up, and I'm like, okay, should I change my class plan now because now I've got new people? Because at that time I planned a class whereby I was going to be a bit more intense because the usual you guys had done like yoga for a while, and I was going to keep giving you the same stuff. So like, okay, let's tune it up a bit. Let's see what's the next stage.
I remember that.
I've been a good way. So then now there's new people in the class, and I'm excited. It actually excited me, right? And I variated the class a bit. At least I've got experience, so it was easy for me to do.
Okay.
Variated the class a bit. Like, okay, I'm gonna half out the intensity, and then also just give time so that people that are new to this won't go out feeling like that was wild. I have no idea what I was doing in that class.
Yeah.
So yeah, that really motivated me. I was like, okay. And then one of the people was actually a CMAS member of staff.
Okay.
And then she was like, okay, so what are you doing? She asked me the same question, like your numbers, what's going on? Do you see a boost and so on? And I told her, which I'm going to say it now, it's something that I also take responsibility for because at the end of the day, I'm the one that's teaching the class.
Yeah.
So to some extent, it's also a reflection of my work, but also on another side, I can't control like the times and the logistics, considering that CMA sometimes there's people still working at that time.
Yeah.
So not everyone can make it to that class at the said time.
Yeah.
But yeah, then we have 12 people. I'm excited now. Guess what happens in the next class?
Mhm.
One person showed up. Something that had never happened. My lowest was 4.
Yeah.
And I was telling this lady the same thing. My lowest is 4. But yeah, we gained like 6. These days was like 9. Now it just happens to be 12. So I think it's growing. So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. Next class, one person showed up. I'm like, okay. But then I took advantage of it because that I was talking to that person. I'm not going to mention her name just out of like privacy,
Sure.
but she had told me that she was having like some kind of shoulder pains from classes from before,
Okay.
and then I told her, okay, do you want something more of that in the next class? I'm like, yeah, I think let's do that. Okay. I was like, I'll incorporate some exercises into next week's class plan.
Okay.
Then she shows up by herself. Like, okay, since you're here by yourself,
Mm.
let's just do shoulders. Because now I don't have to worry about anyone else in the class. So it works in a good way to some extent. So yeah, I would say if I was another person, like, there's only one person in my class, Coach Donald, I don't think this for me, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then the numbers started growing back from there because now people can see like I'm considering each individual. And people usually want that. They don't want, like, even in a group, you still want to be heard. Like you still want to know that I'm catered for. So yeah, the numbers, they don't affect my mood to that extent. I'm only thinking about it now, not only now that you've asked, but not to the tune of I think, you know what, I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
There's some days where because people come late because of the time. There's some days where I feel like people might not show up at all.
Yeah.
When I was covering for Musa, there was one time when no one actually showed up to the class, and Musa told me, don't take it personal. I was still learning that time. So at least because of the experience that I have now, it doesn't really affect my teaching mood. So yeah.
That's yeah, that's interesting. It just reminds me of I think there's many people that talk about this idea of not waiting for applause. Like keep on doing what you do even when no one is clapping.
Yeah.
Like eventually it's going, like those dark spaces will actually teach you something even more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really I really like the approach that you took. Because if it was someone else, like for sure, nah, I would
I'm out of
never.
here.
Yeah, I knew this thing would never work. But yeah, because I can relate that to my podcast.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, my solo episodes don't get the same views as the guest episodes.
Okay.
But July, I was actually planning out. Like I did an intense plan. Like I want to plan out episodes from August to December. Like, cause
oh wow.
yeah,
okay.
Because I'm like I've been missing out on like a couple of episodes. Like I spent weeks without releasing anything. So I'm just like nah. Now I wanna do something because I mean, 2-year anniversary is on the horizon. September. That's
2 years.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's 2 years.
2 years.
Well, since it's on camera now, I was gonna say happy belated, happy anniversary in advance. I can't say belated. It's not because I was thinking that you started the podcast September 2023, and next month is September. So I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's on camera now. You mentioned it, brought it up. So I was gonna do it off camera, but yeah, looking forward to it. But yeah, you carry on.
Yeah. So the idea was I just want to get as much people as I can.
Okay.
Until December. Like I really want to plan this. So I planned things accordingly. I listed things down, everything, every single guest that I had in mind. Like, okay.
Talk about being organized.
Exactly. Because I mean, I'm one of the most disorganized people on earth. You're looking at, the biggest. So I was just like, okay, I need to put everything down. I need to communicate with people.
Yeah.
You communicate with people, they tell you, okay, when the time comes.
Oh, you've had that experience before?
Like recently.
Oh, wow.
because I was
talk
yeah.
about this, coming back to the whole tennis thing. Like, you can't control.
You can't
Yeah.
control,
Yeah.
but what matters the most is how you handle the situation.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
just like, all right, even if no one shows up at this point in time,
Mhm.
still, I'm gonna go and do my thing.
Mhm.
My solo
Nice.
episodes, they get like, you know, a few views.
Mhm.
But I'm just like, okay, if it's 10 views, you look
Mhm.
at 10 people. For me,
Yeah.
that's actually a lot. Like, okay,
Yeah, yeah, it's that's true. That's true.
so there's people that get, like, that's how you build brand loyalty.
Yeah.
Like, you're not stopping because, oh, these other hundreds of people did
Mhm.
not show up, but you're
Mhm.
still showing up for those 5, those 10 people
Yeah.
that still show, you
Mhm.
know, appreciation for what you do. So yeah,
Yeah, I
just
also like that approach. Nice, at least you stuck it through.
yeah, man, because it does suck, but yeah, you just have to get through it.
Push forward, yeah.
So one interesting thing,
Mhm.
people label people, and I think you spoke a bit about that in your
Okay.
own way and
Uh-huh.
previous experience.
Yeah.
People label yoga as this strange and
Oh yeah, yeah, I
bizarre
did talk about
thing,
that.
you
Yeah.
know. So what are your honest, rather, what's your honest take
Mhm.
on that kind of perception?
First of all, I already respect what everyone believes, because if you try and force someone to change what they believe,
Mm.
you're probably going to be doing it for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
Like, you're not
of
going to
course.
get far. That's what I've realized.
Yeah.
But the analogy that I give is, or the example that I give is, I'm a Christian.
Mm.
And especially from our kinds of churches, with our African cultures, with our
Yeah.
churches, you don't want to get into something that it is suggesting spirituality, as long as if it's not really directly linked to the church.
Mm.
So I always give the example where I'm a Christian, and I was one of those people. I like yoga.
Mm.
Don't try and change. Don't try and play with my beliefs.
Yeah.
But now I'm actually the one teaching yoga. So that says something. And my
Mm.
instructor also happens to be a Christian as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, if someone feels like yoga is really not for me because I'm afraid of this whole spirituality thing, I
Mm.
respect them, because, to be honest, there are actually those kinds of yogas where they want to tap into like spirituality and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
The way I teach it is, you're going on your own personal journey.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally, I'm more or less suggesting the routes that you can take, but you're
Yeah.
the one that's going on that journey. Why we call it journey to power sequence.
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's more physical oriented, and it's mental, just breaking down mental barriers. Is the context of my class is to help you get to where you already want to get to,
Mm-hmm.
using a different mindset.
Okay.
And instead of just me telling you that, hey, the reason why this is happening is because your mind is programmed like this. What if you think about it this way? Have you thought about it from this angle?
Mm.
Like, what pain is in the mind, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a matter of like, just if you don't want to do it,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to do it. But
Yeah.
if you want to do it, just be sure, especially that kind of person that's like, I'm not sure. First of all, do research about the
Yeah.
class you're about to get into before you do the class. Ask all the questions that you need to take. The good thing about yoga instructors is that we're open to talking about our class.
Yeah.
So get you easy, honest answers. If it's not for you, we're probably going to tell you, you know what, it's probably not going to be for you.
Mm.
I have one particular member from Newlands that came, and we discussed yoga for an hour,
Mm.
because she wanted to try yoga, but
Okay.
she was worried because she's someone that's very, very she's very protective of her spiritual beliefs. And
Okay.
as I got to know her, I realized why. Like, I'm happy that she does that. I even
Yeah.
encourage that she keeps on doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But she was very like, I'm Christian. I don't want to mess this up. I don't want to this and that. What about the spirituality? Are you gonna like trick me into like worshiping? You didn't say it this way, but worshiping cows,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. Like, no, no, no. I had a friend of mine that was saying that, no, he's actually Christian. Like, oh yeah, yeah, I'm actually Christian. Because I don't want to use Christianity as marketing strategy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, yeah, it's in your context that works. She came into the class.
Mm.
To this day, she's one of the most loyal members.
Mm.
So yeah, if you're worried about like that, just research about the person that you want to try out yoga with,
Yeah.
and then take it from there. And try out one class. We even put up a trial class option whereby you come for one class, you see how we teach, then you can then decide if you want to do the full membership payment and if you want to carry on, rather than just tell you, yeah, pay upfront the whole month. Then now you lose your money and restrict you to believing something different.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Ah.
So yogas are different. Just find out which one's for you. But my class is not the one where we're tapping into changing your beliefs. We're not doing that.
And I think before I even started attending the classes,
yeah, the ones that seem us.
Yeah, the ones at CMAS, I had a different perception altogether. So, but when I started attending,
yeah,
it was a whole different thing. And what I liked the most, just circling back to what we spoke about yesterday.
About get feedback. Okay, let's go.
So, so it's like I think, was it the first class that we attended with Paddington and his wife?
Was he there? Was she there?
Yeah, she was there, but I think she quickly went out after the class. That's the day I think you got to know about the
strike
podcast.
Yeah,
because we're wearing the same uniform.
Because I came to you guys after, because I didn't see Paddington's wife. Okay, yeah, now I see.
Yeah, so when we were going home, he just started talking about this whole thing about, focus. Like you have to focus on a certain point for you to be able to do for you to be able to do what you're required to do in that moment. So I was just like, oh, in my mind, I was just like, yo, I want to go for the yoga class just to be Jean-Claude Van Damme. I want to do splits and everything. That's what was on my mind.
Oh, the flexibility and the
flexibility dance. And stuff. But then Paddington, who quickly got the whole gist of the class. Like, yes, you can stretch and stuff, but it's more about mindfulness, like what you told me yesterday. Like, it's about the mind. For you to be able to execute everything else, you have to train your mind first. That's when I was just like, oh. But when we are at work, because now he's not really able to attend the classes.
Okay.
He's
usually, this is Paddington.
Yeah, this is Paddington. Yeah. He's usually like, so are you going to yoga today? Then I'm like, hey, keep it down. I mean, there's other people in here, It's like you still have this kind of feeling. But yeah, now I do understand what yoga really is about. So what got you into podcasts? What are your top 3 right now?
Okay.
Okay.
Interesting question. I think I'm now at a stage where I'm addicted to learning. Okay. So the good thing about podcasts is that it's all about learning, or at least from what I've seen, the podcasts that I've listened to.
Yeah,
it's really all about learning. I'm not sure if I can rate as yet. Okay. Because I haven't been that much exposed. This is all still new to me. Because what got me into podcasts is the need to actually learn. What's keeping me on the podcast that now I'm addicted to learning, because I'm realizing how much I didn't know and how valuable that knowledge is actually. Because apparently the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. So there's this guy called Myron Golden. So shout out to Myron Golden as well. He's a business consultant. Teaches entrepreneurs to like scale and grow, and he teaches them to believe that they can actually to actually become the person that can make them the money before he teaches them how to make the money. Okay. Because he uses biblical principles, and like I said, I happen to be Christian as well. So now you're mixing, or because there's a Christian misunderstanding that money is the root of all evil. But the correction is the love of money is the root of all evil, not the money itself. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't really take much of it, because like if you give me $500, I'm taking it. so like I see nothing wrong with it, but it just became more clear in my head when he said it. Yeah. And I got to a place where after Afrikera, I got complacent, because as soon as I graduated, I was one of those fortunate people that were lined up with jobs before I even graduated. Like before I held my certificate, I had a job already. Like I was told, go teach at the French school, go this and that. I'm being open to lots of opportunities already, and I teach in momentum from before I came to Africara to do the course. So now I was now committing to like teaching and dancing and performing, and money just coming in, but I wasn't learning anymore.
Okay.
So now I was just performing more than I was practicing, you know. So it got to a point where I'm like, I can feel myself going down. Like I don't dance the way I used to.
Okay.
And also apart from that, like career-wise, there's this stagnation that I'm starting to feel, not just monetary, but like just generally speaking, it doesn't really feel like there's much happening. But I got to a point where I wanted more and I needed more. There's the lockdown phase that really opened up my mind. God rest the souls of people that lost their lives in the lockdown. But in my case, it was a time to reflect. It's because it happened while I was still at Africara. So I'm thinking, okay, I thought I was going to dance, get my certificate, go to World of Dance, which was my goal at the time, and prove all these people wrong and, you know, die of hunger finally or from dancing, but still die happy. And then I'm like, okay, lockdown is hit. I was doing reality. This can happen again, even if all these things, the flights are now going back up, economies now, all economies are progressing now, business is booming. Okay, what if it happens again and I'm making money? I need to dance, I need to perform. Like, so what then do I need to do? That's when I realized, okay, Jag might not be enough. And that's how I came up with Jag Legacy. So I'm actually wearing the hoodie now, written Jag Legacy. So Jag Legacy is Jag now with other people. So Jag is a personal brand, and Jag Legacy is me with other people. So it's not just myself, it's a group of friends, probably people that I've never worked with before, but it's all for one mission. Still aligning with the values of Jag And I was like, okay, fast forward to time, the time when I was still feeling stagnant. I'm like, okay, for Jag Legacy, I can't balance the two. Like, I have to commit to myself, then this as well. How can I scale Jag Legacy? Because I want to get to a stage whereby, revenue wise, I don't want to need to be there for the money to come in. I want to get to that stage. And even, let's say I die, eventually that's the road we're going to go down, all of us. When I die, I'm working so hard. I've put in so much on the line for the brand Jag I don't want to be one of those people that when I die, my name dies with me. So that's why that's the legacy part of Jag. So yeah, I was like, okay, now how can I get revenue for Jag Legacy while I'm committed to myself, while I'm focusing more on the teaching side, and then Jag Legacy is still keeping active. I was looking that up, asking questions like, what businesses can you run as an artist? What businesses can you do this, that? And YouTube recommends stuff to you. I would always see this guy on the thumbnails, this guy with like gray hair, long gray beard. I'm like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm looking for something else. And because I would see his videos are like 15 minutes. I'm like, I ain't got time for this. 15 minutes. Just give me the answer straight away so I can get moving. And then one day, I'm just seated at home. All school's on holiday. I'm not doing anything. And we got Wi-Fi. So I'm like, okay, fine. Let me just see, because it was this video was like systems of value or something like that, something along the lines. Oh, it was how to go from $0 to $100,000 in 1 year or something like that. Something along those lines. Like, okay. Well, I'm already interested in making more revenue, especially without me being there. I play the video for a bit, and they play the subtitles before you click on the video. So there was no sound. I was just seeing what's written on the subtitles. Like, okay, let me just click and see what he's like, hear what he's saying, because I couldn't keep up with the subtitles at some point. The stuff he was sharing, no one had ever shared that with me. He shared with me the 4 levels of value. So if I gave a shout out to Myron Golden, if ever you come across his content and you hear the 4 levels of value, remember this podcast. Okay, so when he shared the 4 levels of value and why people are staying stuck and staying broke, and why people are working, making so much money and doesn't look like they're doing much, spending most of the time at the Coke Club, he explained why that is. Like why the cleaners at the hotel room are the hardest working people, but they make the least amount of money. So that's a good question. I never really thought of that, but actually that's a good question. And he explained it, and I'm like, whoa. And I'm one of those people that take a long time to get impressed because of the critical analysis that we did at Africara. So now I criticize everything. I click subscribe, which doesn't happen very quickly after one video. So like, click and subscribe, and I just started learning his podcast, and I've been all in. I've been learning and learning, and I even downloaded his videos as audios, and I've turned my car into a classroom. So now I don't play music anymore unless I need it for dance or like career wise. But every time I play a podcast, every time I get into the car, I'm not playing music, I'm playing a podcast. So on the way here, I was playing a Stride episode. Because now and he said, the more you learn, the more you earn. So I'm like, okay, I need to learn more. Because for sure, I realized, how come I didn't know about this? How come I didn't know about this? I even paid for one of his courses. I was like, I'm all in now. And yeah, then I came across Jay Shetty. Jay Shetty, I knew him before we started On Purpose. Yeah, that's his number one. That's his number one. I've been following Jay Shetty, recommended by Tinashe Musa actually, when he was just posting like love codes and like personal growth.
I thought it was me.
So he was posting these codes, and I'm following, and like he's posting these personal growth codes. I'm like, yeah, and something that you can take in the context of yoga as well. And I'm sharing some of these things with my members in Newlands. I'm like, yeah. Then he started On Purpose. Like, okay, now I'm downloading these episodes as well. And then fast forward, we're at the CMAS classes, and one day Tinashe walks in, or these two guys walk in, and they're wearing the same Stride thing that says Stride. Like, usually I do this follow-up thing where I go and ask people, how did you feel about the classes your first time?
Yeah.
And I came to you and Paddington, and I asked, so what's happening with this? I see you guys are wearing like uniform, like coming from work or something. And you told me that you got a podcast. Like, you have a podcast? I didn't know. Where were you? Like, sign me up right now. So that's how I got onto Stride. And I watched the last two episodes, which were 49 and 50 at the time. I'm like, I'm adding that to my playlist. And I went from episode 1 and downloaded like I've got 25 episodes on my phone now, just audio version. And yeah, when I go back home, I'll be listening to episode 24. And yeah, I'm learning all different things that are actually helping me from Stride, On Purpose. Myron Gold is not so much a podcast; it's more like Bible study and business. He's actually teaching people business, but he just turned the camera on in his classrooms. Okay. So yeah, it's not. I wouldn't call it a podcast, but he is launching a podcast soon. Actually, just reminded me. Yeah, I've been following that guy that much. I know all his details. So yeah, that's how I got into podcasts, and it's all a learning game, and I'm more addicted to learning now more than ever. Because now I'm choosing what I'm learning, different from school where it's like, learn this, learn that. Yeah. Now I'm learning what I want to learn. So yeah.
Okay. So are you able to name your top 3?
Someone's really asking for that.
It's not me.
There's only. Oh, I see where this is going.
It's not me.
But now if I answer like that way, it's gonna be biased. I see where this is going. It's a difficult question to answer because it's coming back to who is Rayne. Like, it depends with what I want to learn.
Okay.
So I can't rate. Yeah. Sadly, I can't rate because if I say Myron Golden, it's because of what he has to offer. If I say Stride, it's because of what Stride has to offer. If I say On Purpose, it's because of what On Purpose has to offer. Yeah, it's all different contexts. So if I rate, I get where you're coming from, but now in my subconscious, I start wanting to listen to one person more than the other, but I want to balance everything out. So yeah, I'm protecting my subconscious. That's part of the reason why I can't really rate. But I would say Myron Golden stands out to me the most, and because of the way he shares it, coming from a biblical side, which I'm like all out in terms of biblical stuff. So. And yeah, he's actually the bridge that got me into all these things. I probably wouldn't be so obsessed with Stride if it hadn't been for Myron Golden. So I have to give credit to where credit belongs. So yeah, let's leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, podcasts are...
Sorry, Glenn.
Yeah, but I think podcasts are really, really cool because like for me, to be able to be on camera, just talking about my different experiences, it's not something that just came from me. I was watching someone else, like, okay, I think that's fun. I would love to do...
Taking existing ideas, playing around with them.
Exactly. Like I recently watched I think Jay Shetty had Jimmy Kimmel as a
Yeah.
guest,
Mhm.
but it was a live experience. It wasn't from
Oh,
their
okay.
studio.
Nice.
So I was just like, man, I I got some of these things from
Mhm.
church,
Mhm.
from being a leader to being someone who does Bible readings, even
Yeah.
preaching as well.
Mhm.
So every time I'm
Mhm.
in front of people,
Yeah.
it's like the safest place for me. I'm enjoying myself. So I'm like, maybe I could even do
Mhm.
live experiences with this platform.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually interested in seeing where Stride goes actually. So I'm staying on the journey. I'm already
Mm.
halfway to catching up with all the episodes. I'm gonna be one person that's gonna be banging the door like, "Hey, where's your next one?" So, but yeah, I'm interested because I've seen how On Purpose grew because I saw how
Yeah.
he started, and
Mm.
he even talked about like the journey of how he started. I was like, "Wow, I didn't know he
Yeah.
went through all that to just get here."
Yeah.
So yeah, mad respect for Jay Shetty. But like
Mm.
over time, I've seen how On Purpose has grown,
Mm.
and yeah, I think Stride is probably gonna more than likely gonna do the same thing.
Yeah.
So 5 years down the line, let's peg it there and see where Stride is. Then we do 5 years again from there. So
Mm.
yeah.
Because I'm always picking up things from it's Jay Shetty, then
Mhm.
there's Stephen Bartlett from The Diary of a CEO.
Oh, there's that guy as well. Oh, I didn't
Oh,
mention him. There's that
Stephen
guy.
is
There's
awesome.
that guy.
I mean, he's younger than me, but he's awesome still. And
I follow his shorts. I haven't gotten onto the full podcast. Like I discovered him through Jay Shetty actually,
oh yeah, yeah.
and I was like, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, Stephen is amazing. So I
Uh-huh.
look at Stephen like, okay,
Mhm.
he's more of the businessman type of
Oh man,
guy.
oh man.
And then you've got
You're making me feel like watching podcasts right now. So yeah.
you definitely should go
Uh-huh.
for The Diary of a CEO.
Mhm.
Like what I like,
Mhm.
you know what? No, it's okay. I won't say it now because I have an episode that's scheduled particularly
For that. Okay.
based on that.
Nice.
So I'm not gonna give you anything today.
Okay.
But yeah, Stephen Bartlett, if he
Okay.
ever gets to
Talk about advertising. Give me a
yeah,
heads up. You just mentioned what's his name again? I didn't get. I know his face, but the name again is Diary of
this
CEO.
is Stephen Bartlett.
Steven. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's him.
Mm,
I just know it as Diary of CEO. There's
yeah.
him. These are not podcasts again. These are people that
Mm,
share on YouTube.
yeah.
So I take them like podcasts anyway. There's
Mm,
also Tony Robbins. This guy was recommended by Tinashe Musa.
yeah.
And I can't leave without mentioning Jim Rohn as well. Jim Rohn is
Okay.
another one that Myron Gore keeps referring to. And yeah, those guys. Those
Mm-hmm.
guys are just doing things. Yeah, Stride is also doing things. So if you guys stop, let me finish there. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, this was fun. So, what has been like
Mhm.
one of the darkest of or most challenging seasons of your life? And how did you
Eesh, this is
pull
getting personal.
pull through? Yeah.
It's just got personal.
Yeah.
Ah man, I actually feel I felt like a weight coming down the moment to me because it took me back to that time.
Mm,
I think leaving uh, after having left Falcon and now the whole pressure of like you have to do something prestigious to like in the eyes of your family and distant relatives, mostly distant relatives that really knocked on the door like what are you doing with your life. um so yeah, like that contrast, and not let me not say contrast, conflict rather,
yeah.
between what I wanted to do and still wanting to make my family happy, but then knowing the cost of it's either I have to choose between keeping them happy, losing my dream,
Mm,
or keeping my dream and I'm probably gonna be the most disappointing son ever or something.
yeah.
So yeah, at that time there was that, but because we were growing up, I was like, I will admit, at some point, I was like very big headed in terms of like
Mm,
family at home. Because I used to be like best buddies with my parents. Like, well, I am now again.
yeah.
We chat like every time I come in the evening. But at that time, before I went to Falcon, being a
Mm,
primary kid and all, used to like hang out, we used to like play all the time. I was like, I'm never wanting to leave. It actually broke my heart to find out that I'm going to boarding. Like, you guys don't want to keep me here. Like, I want to go to day school. What are you saying?
I can relate.
And Falcon, it wasn't even my choice. So yeah, I had no say in that. But it paid off.
Okay.
Now in Form 4, when I came back home, looking forward to like fix your freeze. Now it's like getting all these things. Like now they're treating you as a man now, and I wasn't ready for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now, but so at that time they were just looking out for me and wanting me to grow, but I was taking it as if like I'm now an enemy to you, you're now a stranger. So it got to a point where for fix your freeze, the time when you get to go back home,
Yeah.
I would stay and lie that sometimes like I'm here to study. But I was there to dance, like I was hanging out with my dance friends. Obviously, I would study still, but not to the extent that I would relay it to them. And yeah, after 6 now they got my grandma saying like, go find a job, and I want to focus on dance. I can't explain it to her. It wouldn't make sense to her because of the time that she lived in, where dance, you wouldn't monetize dance in those days. It's different now. So yeah, eventually what that did to me is that I've never really talked about this on camera before. But if you watch the reason why I can't talk about Jagrivade is because of the project called Tales of the Jagrivade. So that really explains the darkest time of my life. Yeah, and I'm working on the 3rd chapter. We're just going to talk about what Jagrivade actually means.
Okay.
So yeah, if you ever want to watch that, it's on my YouTube channel, Jagrivade, Jagrevade. Yeah, you can play it back if you want to hear it again. But yeah, that time it drove me to like suicidal thoughts.
Oh,
like yeah, it got that deep. But then having prayed that prayer, like something kept telling me, something not telling me, but something stopped me. Like I would vision the knife in the kitchen, like, you know what, I'm just done. Let me just run it through. Like it really got that serious. I'm comfortable talking about it now after all the yoga and all that.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really wanted to do it at some point. Like I remember at night, it was difficult to like sleep through the night. Not like nights in a row, but like you have one night every like 2 months or so where you're like, yeah, I can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
Because there's always this shouting going on and all that kind of stuff. And all the pressure, and you know, the people that you think are going to support you for your dream are the people that are on the front lines being against it, or at least that's how it felt.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was the darkest time of my life. How I got through it, that was probably God given, because that's when I took dance more and more. So instead of committing suicide, I turned it into a project. The same way that you did on Stride, that you're using your life experiences to tell people to take the first step. I've rewritten my own story before someone else writes it in a way that people can benefit. That no, everyone has a purpose for living.
Yeah.
Don't let anyone dim down that light. And sometimes when people push you, yeah, they might be doing it intentionally to like stop you from doing it.
Yeah.
But it's a God-given thing. God probably ordained it to push you towards where you need to go.
Okay.
Because that just fueled my passion for dance, and it was like there wouldn't have been a Tales of the Jagrivade. There wouldn't have been Jag Legacy if I hadn't gone through that phase, and I wouldn't have wanted to teach yoga had I not gone out of that phase. So yeah, and you wouldn't have an episode if I had gone through it. So yeah, that's how I got through my darkest time, and that was my darkest time.
Okay.
Yeah, this was like 2017, 2018, yeah, somewhere there.
All right.
Yeah, at the beginning of the Jagrivade stories. Yeah.
Yeah, I just like the idea of turning pain into a passion.
Yeah. Because X-ray, well, I can't talk about Jagrivade, but I can share what X-ray means. You know, the X-ray machines. The idea with the X-ray machines is that you there's probably like an object inside of the body, or you want to see what's happening in the body. There's a fracture, or there's something that we need to fix before we like tear you up, or exaggerating before they do their medical treatments. So X-ray, the item behind X-ray, the concept behind it is that you're not supposed to just see me dancing. You're not supposed to just see the movement. You're supposed to look through the movement, see the pain, and then see what you can do about it. So that's the idea. That's how X-ray came into play.
Damn. Okay.
So yeah, turning pain into
purpose, actually.
Yeah, pain into purpose. Yeah. giving me ideas for that project. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. I'll give credit where it belongs as always. But yeah,
Yeah, but it's beautiful. I actually love that. Ooh, yeah,
because you can relate.
I can relate. I can relate. But this is about you. If people want to know more about my struggles, so many episodes. Go and watch.
Well, you can say that now.
Yeah, I'll go and watch. Go and watch. I won't say anything here. So I think you spoke a bit about gaming
Mhm.
as something you chose to do since you were more
I'm
of
an
an
introvert. Yeah.
introvert.
Mhm.
So, what was the first game
Mhm.
and console you owned?
I have never owned a console before. I'm more of a PC guy because my
Ah,
dad had a laptop,
okay,
and I was gonna say he made the mistake of bringing it with the game, but I wouldn't say mistake because I learned from games anyway.
okay.
But on his laptop, he
Mm,
had this game called Grand Matrix, where it was the F1 kind of cars,
okay.
and we would travel to like Blues every holiday.
Mm,
So when we go in Blues, we take his laptop, and I'll
yeah.
ask him like, by those we had a B18, like that truck where it's almost like a pickup truck, but with one with the closed canopy at the back,
Okay, yeah.
and you can open the window in between like the back and the dog station as I call it,
Yeah.
and the front side. So like
Yeah.
open like, Dad, can you have a laptop? You know what it's for. So I'll be playing games. So yeah, started playing Grand Matrix, and eventually came back with a game called Age of Empires. Ah, and I'm already a fan of wars and stuff like that.
Mm,
That game I got obsessed. I couldn't remove myself from this laptop. So by the
mm,
time I started knowing about PSPs, what's it called, PlayStations, Xboxes,
yeah.
I had my cousin from SA who had Xbox.
Mm.
That's the first time I had a console is when play wrestling. You couldn't get
Ah,
off that game.
okay.
But yeah, I guess we're just using what we had, and because I had so many years of playing PC games, to now switch from like buttons, which I like being sophisticated and being complicated. So now I just have limited buttons. That's how I see it, the consoles, as
Yeah.
opposed to like this whole like see so many buttons. Like even if you're flying a plane, you really feel like you're flying the plane for sure,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the mouse as well. So like nah. So yeah, I've never. I think I've owned a laptop.
Okay.
I bought my first laptop in 2023.
Mm,
My dad gave me his laptop when I was in Form 4, so that's the one I was using to play games. I
okay.
loaded it with like 8 games. I remember I had 8 favorite games.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, now it's just my laptop. I use it more for work now, obviously.
Mm,
But there are still games when I want to like just refresh. I'm still a gamer to this day.
okay.
Not that PlayStation, Xbox.
Ah,
I can play them, but
yeah.
it's not my cup of tea.
Okay. So, what are your top three games like of all time
Oh, those ones I can
so far?
rate.
Yeah.
Those ones I can rate because
Yeah.
games is more for fun.
Uh,
Top game, top all time game. I'm not gonna say all time, but top game right now.
mm,
The Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim. Ah, it's got everything I ever wanted on a game. It's
okay.
an they call it the RPG games, where it's like open world. It's an RPG. There's a R something something. It's an open world game,
Mm-hmm.
and there's fiction in it. You can use a weapon. You can use like swords. You can use like a battle shield. You can use war hammers. You can use is it called a mace? You can use great swords, long swords. You can go dual swords. Ah man, you're making me feel like playing the game. Okay. And then on top of that, the main story of the game is this guy, you are the character, and this character is called the Dragonborn. And
Yeah.
Dragonborn is supposed to slay the most demon dragon. Then
Okay.
he gets the help of the eldest dragon's younger brother. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you get help from the dragon, then you fly the dragon as well, and you have to slay the dragon literally in the game, which I've
Okay.
never seen in a game before.
Mm-hmm.
And I can play all my character animes on that game. You can
Okay.
enchant a sword to make sure that when you slash a person, his life drain goes into you, or you take their soul, or you poison them. You can do whatever. You can rename the sword. Then when I'm watching Bleach, I remember when I discovered that I named my first sword Tensa Zangetsu, which is the main sword of of Bleach. So I could literally live my anime stuff, which I've always wanted to do in a game. I can live it
Yeah.
in Skyrim. I can play the dragon. I can play Avatar, the Last Airbender, because you can use water, you can use fire. You can't use earth and air, unfortunately. Air you can use, or it's whirlwinds and stuff like that, clear skies. So number one is Skyrim, definitely. All-time game, but it's now second, Age of Empires.
Okay.
That's the game that my dad came with, and I saw the sun rising for the first time in my life because of that game. So Age of Empires, that's the first game that I stayed up all night for. Third game is probably Sims, because Sims you get to live as if like you're actually living. That's Sims 4. And you also say yes. So because I'm studying business now, I can literally put to test those business things in Sims just for fun of it. So yeah, Sims because of that, and you can do generations as well. You can go to like the fourth generation of kids, and you can leave a legacy or Jag legacy. So, and you can build a house because, like I said, I was supposed to be an architect if I wasn't a dancer. So all those things make games really my favorites. There's a whole list I could go on and on, but those top three, those are the top three. Yeah.
I actually feel the passion, like
the games is good for me. Every holiday I spend like a week just playing games just to refresh. The danger is when I action games, manje, you can get addicted. So that's the danger of it. Yeah. So I made sure on my phone I've got those refreshing games like Bricks, Block Blast.
Yeah.
Just to refresh my mind. Those are the ones I play when I'm in working seasons.
So like my next question, I think you kind of answered that in a way. Okay. But what was the longest gaming session you've had, and was it worth it?
Was it worth it? Yeah, good question.
Yeah.
The longest gaming session. I think is when I came back from Falcon, because I wasn't doing much. That's when I had all the time now to play Skyrim. Well, I didn't have much time, but there wasn't much going on in my personal life.
Okay.
So my longest gaming session, do you mean like playing the game, opening the game, and playing it non-stop until I close it?
Yeah.
Or just playing games?
How many hours type of thing?
To be honest, I don't even know. But I think somewhere down from Falcon College, that's when I played the most time. Playing Sims. And because I had Sims, I had NBA, I had Skyrim as well. I had Battle Realms, which is next to Age of Empires, but it wasn't the same thing. Yeah, and I was just gaming and gaming and gaming. So I didn't keep track of time. I don't know. I was just having fun. So yeah, but I'm sure at least a day if I were to exclude like the bathroom breaks and the food snacks. Yeah. I remember there was one day when I realized that I'd eaten once the whole day because I was gaming the whole time. When I stopped, I was like, "Yo, what's happening in here?" Like, I'm hungry.
I think in one of our previous conversations, you mentioned that games and anime actually fuel your creativity.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I still remember. Yeah. Like, what's an idea or concept you've developed because of them? Probably that.
It's I think we talked about it. The brand Jagrivade. Yeah. Like how it came out from Jagger Jack. Yeah, that's one concept, big concept that I got inspired by anime. There's different cases. I think I can't really pinpoint at the moment, but yeah, there has been a case or two where I'm like, okay, we can do this because of the way this goes. Probably the music that we use in Jag Legacy. Like when you open the Skyrim game, there's this war sound going on in the back, and I get excited. Like and then in Zimbabwe, we happen to have our traditional dances like Chongoyo, which are the warrior dances, and I enjoyed. It's one of my favorite. So because it really makes me feel like a warrior. Yeah. So yeah, when we make our music for contemporary, sometimes it can be like just one tone, but it's more like, mythical, that kind of thing. So those are those inspirations, the kind of music that we use, which some of them I've actually composed myself. I composed it based on the feeling that I would have. Like, okay, when I was watching that anime episode, what was I feeling? What are some of the sounds I was hearing? Then I'll play around with those sounds, turn it into, instead of drama, we turn it into music that we can dance to. And I also incorporate the movements that I know we can do to make it blend. So instead of like, you hear Chris Brown's song, then you just jump on it, you do it. We make 100% original thing, which is what we're going for. Jag Legacy is 100% original.
Nice.
So we get to play around. That's the nice thing about art. You go all out creative.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't have to worry about copyrights.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, the music that we use is also taken from inspiration from anime and games.
Mm-hmm.
Games maybe not so much, but anime definitely take my inspiration from there.
Okay.
Choreography wise as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I take my inspiration from anime because the way I style my movements. I'm also taking inspiration from this guy called Nick Joseph. So shout out to him.
Okay.
Nick Joseph, he once choreographed for the Kinjis as well.
All right.
And he has this raw style of like movement and it's clean. That's the nice thing. You can see this movement, even if it's fast, you can see that was clear. I don't know what I just saw, but that was clear. Instead of like just you're rushing. We have that hip hop syndrome where if you're a beginner, So yeah, I take my inspiration from anime. Yeah, and Nick Joseph said the same thing on Kinja's episode. Kinja's does the same thing. A lot of street hip hop these days they also do. I think Jabberwockies. I don't know if they do it. I've never heard them talk about it. But some members in Kinjas are also the ones in Jabberwocky, so I'm sure it's the same thing because they have an identity like those puppets, that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, anime does inspire. Those are concepts. My brand, my style of choreography. Those are the two biggest. Yeah. And then music and Jag Legacy.
Okay. Yeah. Pretty interesting. Like I just love how you put those two things to good use, like to actually create something that's meaningful.
Yeah.
Because I also look at things like podcasting, or well, I'm a huge fan of WWE. I used to be
You
scared
mentioned
of
that.
yeah,
I remember.
but now I'm just like I don't care. So, what advice has helped you stay grounded that you'd want to pass on to the audience?
Yeah, this is the one for the takers. What's one advice that has kept me grounded?
Yes, which would want to share.
Oh, so many things are coming to my head right now. Which one? It's only one thing. I'll go with this. Success is, I'm quoting Myron Gordon or something along the lines that he said.
Okay.
Success is not so much making like money and all that kind of stuff and driving Lamborghinis. Success is actually living in your purpose, discovering your purpose, developing that purpose, and deploying yourself in the marketplace for that purpose. That's what Myron Golden says. But what I want to say is that success is just living in your purpose, and everyone, including you, has one. Okay, just clarifying that because people say that I'm just there. Because what's going to end up happening is that you're living someone else's life and you don't even know it. Everyone has a purpose. An easy way to find your purpose is find what you like doing. Okay? It's something along the lines that things something that you like doing or something that comes natural to you.
Yeah.
And it's probably going to be a skill. Then all you have to do is just develop that skill and see what doors that skill opens for you and what path that takes you down. That will be living in your purpose. I took a risk, life gambling risk, literally.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say dance is my purpose. I've always said I'll find my purpose somewhere along the lines of dance. That's how I put it. And it's a decision that is really, really, really paid off. If you look at it as a business perspective, it's probably the biggest investment that I've made in myself. Like actually going to develop things that come naturally to me and things that I enjoy. Yeah. So yeah, live in your purpose, find your purpose, go for it. Yeah. And you can only do it if you believe you can, because the moment you talk yourself out of it, there's no, even if you try it, because if you try it and you're thinking, it's probably not going to work. Hey, it's nobody else. It's going to work. It's not going to work if you say it like that, because if you ask yourself disempowering questions, you're only going to get disempowering answers. On the contrary, if you ask yourself empowering questions, you're going to get empowering answers. What if this works?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting advice.
I'm also taking course from Aaron Golden, by the way. I have to give credit where it belongs. So
Yeah,
in case someone thinks, this guy. Yeah.
At least that's you handled the question well, because this was more like what you received that you're passing to the next person.
Yeah,
So,
I wouldn't tell someone something I haven't lived through. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think with that, we've reached a point where we say we've done it all, except for one more thing, a segment called Quick Strides. This is just a quick,
quick strides. Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
quick.
Now I've always heard about it, but why is it only clicking now after all this time? Oh, okay, nice. That's creative.
Yeah. So it's just a short segment where we just go for like 30 seconds, 5 rapid fire questions, short questions.
Okay.
No right or wrong answer. I could put it that way. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. No perfect answer.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a segment where people can also learn about you in a fun way.
Okay.
So this is 5 questions, 30 seconds for you.
Okay.
And
let's go. Let's do this.
So it's 5 questions, but this is an extra question before the 5. Like, are you ready?
Oh yes. I didn't need a second for that.
Yoga or dance?
Dance.
Hey, morning workout or night gaming?
Morning workout.
Go to anime?
Bleach. Straight away.
Guilty snack?
Probably those popcorns, things, Jupiter's. Yeah.
Dream place to teach?
In the hearts of other people, wherever that is. If it's at home or if it's Big Falls or if it's out of the country, as long as I'm in the heart, in the context of connecting to someone.
I think with that, we've come to the end of the episode. And thank you again for saying yes to this. I really enjoyed this conversation. It was very much enlightening. If I'm to be honest, it was really, really fun. So thank you 1,000 times.
Thank you too for having me on Stride.
Yeah.
And this is actually my first podcast. Podcast feature. So it's a nice experience because usually if I'm talking, it's mostly just in the teaching context, but to be able to share with a different audience. Yeah. And the audience of like a channel that I'm already tuned into anyway, I've subscribed as well. So yeah.
So it's like you've taken a first step on a platform that's all about first steps.
Wow. Okay. That's fine. Drop the mic is fine. I must say I'm actually honored to be here because, like I said, this is actually something that's already feeding into my personal life in a positive way. Like I've really learned concepts that I can actually apply to different areas of my life, including the yoga at Seamless as well. So I encourage you to keep on doing this work, keep working with your team, because there's someone for each episode. There's someone that really needs to hear the context of whatever it is, whether it's a guest or whether it's a solo episode. Because even from your solo episodes, I'm still learning. I don't even put it to mind that there's no guest, like because I'm tuned in. So keep at it. Keep taking the steps. You've taken 51 steps?
51, 52. I've kind of lost count because I've been missing some weeks, but it doesn't matter.
You even call them steps, like the way you did quick strides, and you call it step 1, step 2 instead of episode 1, episode 2.
Yeah, I need to bring more guests, more ideas.
This is awesome, the creative me speaking.
This is awesome. And I like the idea that the concept actually came like with people watching, man.
So they know that
this is fire. I'm renaming every episode after this. Man. I'm
Yeah,
honest.
just think about it and then see what works with you and your audience.
Yeah, but this is beautiful. Thank you for that, man.
You're most welcome.
And I
Happy to
think,
contribute.
yeah, and thank you, Seamus, for allowing me to
Oh yeah.
meet this
Shout
guy,
out to
man.
Seamus itself, Seamus Igo.
Hmm.
Shout out to Tanasha Musa, Coach Donald, everyone working at Seamus.
Hmm.
And they got us our new yoga mats, so yes, we're coming, Glenn, we're coming. Shout out to Stride as well. Yeah, I'll let Tanasha do those shout outs.
Yeah, and shout out to Jag Legacy and
Oh yeah.
Jag Revade. Yeah, I feel so insecure pronouncing that name,
No,
but
you pronounced it correctly.
I'll get the hang of it. But yeah, above all else, this was amazing. So I think before we close, I can just give you a space where you can give people access to where they can find your stuff.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of mentioned it actually. I said Tales of the Jagrivade, particularly for that project. But if you search up Jagrivade on any, not say any because it might go somewhere I'm not. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, LinkedIn, Uncle Google. If you just go on Google and search up Jagrivade,
Yeah.
I don't know when are you able to like, I'm sure you're able to like just type out.
Yeah,
It's a 10 letter spelling. So Jagrivade, Jagrevade. The full thing is Rayne Jagrivade XRJ. But if you search up Jagrivade anyway, I'll be there.
yeah. So we're getting there though. Yeah, so I think one last time, thank you
Thank you
for
too.
being here.
You're welcome, and thank you too.
Yeah, man. Plus also thank you for following like the episodes the way you do.
That's worth it.
Because man, it's an honor to hear someone saying, "Oh, now I'm on episode this, I'm on episode that."
Yeah, I'm binge watching or
That's
binge listening.
that's cool. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. It really means a lot. I hope you guys learned so much from this conversation. Make sure you check out his stuff because yeah, he's exactly it's like an X. I don't know. Yeah, X
That's
marks
X-ray.
the spot. Yeah. So yeah, make sure you check out his stuff. He's one inspiring individual himself. So yeah, you'll definitely get whatever you need from him. So make sure you subscribe, share with anyone you feel needs to see this content. Leave a like, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We'd always love to know what you guys think. So yeah, I think we wrap up this whole thing, not forgetting the man behind the scenes. That's none other than Glenn. It's been a while, but
We're
yeah.
saving the best for the last.
Exactly. Yeah, but happy to have done this again. So yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah.
Dusted, tired, everything.